Hello everyone, so today we are going to make a simple mini project. We will make a temperature converter using pure HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So first of all, I will move on to this files and open a folder. I will open this folder. I have named this folder as converter, that is temperature converter. I will select this, and as you can see here, the folder is open. Yeah, I trust the author. Then uh, I will make a new file here named as index.html and press enter. So index.html file is created here. I will just use this emit, that is a good feature of VS Code. I will just write this exclamation mark and press enter. Automatically VS Code will give me this code. Okay, so I will give it title as temperature converter. And moving on to this doc type HTML, this describes the browser about the document type which we are using, which we are rendering on the browser. And this syntax describes the language of this document. And this header tag, it contains all your links and all. So first task which I will do is I will link a CSS file here, link rel style sheet, and then href. I will name the CSS file as style.css, close the bracket. You can also give a logo here. Right now I will not give a logo. I will just move on to the body section and start writing the code. In the body section I will make a div name. Here's a shortcut for making a div with a class name. I will name this class as container dot container. If you write dot container, press enter, it will automatically create a div with class named as container. Okay, so next I will make a heading tag, h1 tag, and in that I will write temperature converter. Okay, okay, temperature converter, let's check the spelling, it's all right. And I will move on to the next line and make another div with a class named as converter row. Okay, so I will just write full stop and then converter row and press enter. It will automatically create a div with class name converter row. Then I will again create a class named column, a div with a class named column. Again, full stop. I will not write full column, I'll just write col. Okay, and press enter. Then I will move on to the main part, that is label. Okay, label. And label I will write Fahrenheit, and it will be a input element and its type will be a number, as temperature will be in numbers. So, and I will give it a ID, that is Fahrenheit itself. Okay, and close this tag. Okay, then we will move on. We will just copy paste this call. We will just copy this. Oh shit, I've done a mistake. Shit. uh, I will just copy this and then further paste it 2 times and change this to Celsius and Kelvin. Celsius, and change the ID also to Celsius, and this one to Kelvin. ID also Kelvin. Okay, and then at the end I will add a JavaScript script link, script tag, that is in that script tag I will enter the source as script.js and then close this bracket. So we have completed the HTML part. This is the HTML file. Okay, I will use this live runner extension. Click on the go live and see how our website looks right now. So this is our website. It looks like this. We can input anything, but it will not show any kind of result right now. as we have not written any JavaScript code, and it's not looking very good as we have not given any CSS also. So now we will move on to the CSS part. We will create this. Okay, so how I have created, I have just move on to this and then press Control and then click on this. It is, and then it will automatically create a file. In the CSS part, I'm going to write first. I'll give the star and give margin and padding 0 pixels, because by default there's some kind of margin padding uh, s- in some elements. So I will give the margin padding 0 pixels, and also I will make this border box border as border box. This will help us if we will add any margin or padding in anything. It will be included inside this the total width or height of that element. Okay. Then the next property which I'm going to give is to the container. Uh, this container class, I will give it a width of 100 pixels and height of 100 view height. Okay. And then background size, not background size, background color first. Background image I will give it. Okay, background image URL. uh, okay, right. Background image we will give it afterwards, as I don't have so I have downloaded an image previously. I will use that. I'm giving a background image. Then other background image properties like background size as covered. Okay, and background repeat, I don't want to repeat this image, so I will give it as no repeat. And then I will give it the container a display flex property, display flex, and flex direction will be in columns, flex direction as columns. Okay, and justify content center, and align item also center. So we have done with the container part, and let's see how our website look right now. So it's looking pretty better from what it was. Let's do further styling. Now I will give the styling to the header tag, and then so I'll move on to container, and in that container header I'm selecting, I'll give it a color as black. Okay, and font weight as 600 will be okay, and font size I think it will be 22 pixels. Okay, and then I will give text align. Yeah, I will align the whole this text in the center. It will look much better then. Then I will give a margin from bottom, so that those Kelvin and Celsius part, it will look better. Okay, 20 pixel margin from bottom. Then now I will move on to converter row. Okay, this part we have selected converter row, and here we will give the display flex again. Display flex, this property is used very much. Oh, display flex, and then flex direction as column. Then justify content we will give at center, and we will give it a particular height of 300 pixels, or let it be 350 pixels. Then align item center, and we will give a background color of linear gradient. We are not giving a simple background color. Oh, sorry, background image. It will be background image linear gradient, and to top, from top we will give this color of 30 CFD0. Okay, and that will be of 0%, and another color of 330867, that will be of 100%, and that's it. Now we will move on to border radius. We will give it a border radius of 10 pixels and a padding from all sides, 50 pixels from top and bottom, and 20 pixels from left and right. At the end, we will give a box shadow of RGB 53, 83, and 116. Okay, and it will be from 0 pixels top, 20 pixels right, 30 pixel bottom, and 20 pixel from left. So we have also given the converter over this. Now let's see our website how it's looking now right now. uh, I think there's some error. I think. Converter row, let's check this. Temperature converter row. I'm copying this, pasting it here. I think it was a spelling mistake. Yeah, it was a spelling mistake. So let's move on to further styling. Now we will give the styling to individual flex basic as 32%. Then width we will give it 100%, and text align center, display flex align item as center, and the line item as center and justify content as space between. Okay, now we will move on to the labels. That is what we have written as Fahrenheit, Celsius and all. So we will write call under this class. We will select label. Okay, and then we will give the font size of 15 pixels, then a font weight of 500, and margin from bottom 10 pixels, and a color that is triple F. Okay, so now we will move on to the input section. Dot call input. Width we will define 150 pixels, and height as 30 pixels, background as white, and border radius 5 pixels, and text align center. Now we have completed the CSS part. Let's check how our website is looking right now. See, uh, although it's not functional as we have not written any JavaScript code, let's move on to the JavaScript part. Then we will finish this. Moving on to the last part of this project, I am going to create a JavaScript file. So I will move on to this index.html file. Here I have written the JavaScript tag. In that JavaScript script tag, I have entered the source. In that source, I have written the script.js file name. I will just go on to that, press Ctrl and click enter, and create a file. In the JavaScript, I will write uh, let Celsius. I will create a variable named Celsius equal to document dot get element by id. I will get the element by their id. I have given the id as you can see here. I'm doing, I'm just splitting it in the left so it will be properly visible. I will wrap the text by using alt z. See, as I have used the id name Here I have given the ID name as Fahrenheit, ID name as Celsius. I'm using those ID name for calling this. Whatever the user will input here in the input section, whatever number the user will input, I will store that. I will store that number in this variable named Celsius. Okay. So for that I am using this get element by ID Celsius US. Okay. Make sure you always enter the correct spelling. Same thing I have to copy. I will just copy it. Okay, and paste it 2 times and change the name only. Here I will give it as Fahrenheit. What I will do, I will copy it from here so that it will be easier for me, and paste it here. And here I will paste Kelvin. Okay, so Kelvin, and this Fahrenheit I also have to paste here. Okay, and here also Kelvin. Okay, so next I will do Celsius dot on input. What this attribute will help the user whenever the user will input any number. That number will be stored in the Celsius variable, and then I will create a function. Okay, I will create a function that function will do. That function will simply convert that Celsius temperature into Fahrenheit and Kelvin temperature. So for storing the Fahrenheit temperature, I am declaring a variable uh, f, and in that I am writing float parse float. Okay, what this will do, this will just convert the input into float. Okay, so Celsius, whatever the user will input the Celsius temperature, that Celsius temperature will be converted into a float value. Okay, value. uh, I'm writing the formula here, converting this into float value, and writing the formula for conversion of Celsius to Fahrenheit. So the Celsius value into 9, and then it will be divided by 5 and added by 32. Okay, this is the formula to convert Celsius temperature to Fahrenheit. Then I will write Fahrenheit dot value. Okay, Fahrenheit dot value. What it will do, it will just show the value, that is print the value, or simply show the value, display the value of the Fahrenheit, and I will make it correct to 2 decimal places. As I have stored the value of Fahrenheit in F, I am writing F dot to float. I am converting it to float. I mean to fixed method to display correct to 2 decimal places to fix, and in that I'm writing the attribute 2. Okay, giving the semicolon, ending it. This is for conversion of Celsius to Fahrenheit. Similarly, I will just copy this and paste it here and change some. I will convert it to from F to K, and then here Celsius value will be same. Just I have to change the formula, and here the formula will be uh, I have to remove this bracket, I guess. Yeah, and then the formula is plus 273.15 degrees. Okay, 273.15. Okay, and here Fahrenheit dot value, in place of Fahrenheit I have to place Kelvin, and Kelvin dot value, if in case of if I have to place K to fix to. Okay, and similarly we have to perform similar task for Fahrenheit and Kelvin also. I will just copy and paste it here. I will cut this and just see Celsius dot on input. Here I will write Fahrenheit dot input and the same function, and here I will change the variable as C, parse dot float Celsius dot value. Here I will convert it to Fahrenheit dot value. Here also Fahrenheit dot value. Okay, and here Celsius dot value, and change the formula. Here the formula will be minus 32 into 5 divided by 9. Okay, and here from Kelvin it will be Kelvin, and here Fahrenheit dot value, but I have to change the formula. Here formula I have to give is uh, it's very similar formula, so I will just copy paste this. I will copy this and paste it here, and just add 273 to it, 273.15 to it. Okay, what we are doing here, we are just kind of simply converting to Celsius, and from Celsius we are adding 273.15. If you add 273.15 to Celsius temperature, it will automatically convert to Kelvin temperature. Okay, so we have done for Celsius and Fahrenheit. Now we will move on to the Kelvin part. For Kelvin we will copy this and paste it here. Here I will write Kelvin. Okay, Kelvin dot on input, and same function, let f here Kelvin, Kelvin, and change the formula. We will write minus 273.15, then give a bracket, then into 9 divided by 5 plus 32. Okay, so this is the formula. I think here I should give a bracket, yeah, and then Celsius dot, here I will give Fahrenheit, and float f to fix. Okay, that's okay, and here I will give C, that is Celsius, and here Kelvin, Kelvin, and change the formula, minus 273.15, one extra bracket here, and change it to Celsius. Okay, so I think here we are having an extra bracket, so I think we are done. I will just format this document so that it will look nice, and let's check our output. Oh shit, I think there's some error. Let's fix this. Okay, so here we are having an error. I think due to this error I was not getting the correct output. Here I have to add minus, save it. Let's take, yeah, now it's okay. We are done. This is a real-time temperature converter. See, you will get all this code in the description box, everything, and follow for more such content. Thank you.